Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans around the world, I would like to personally welcome you to episode 41 of the greatest wrestling podcast in the Tri State area, the Hot Tag Podcast. All right. This is the podcast where we talk about everything and anything pro wrestling. As always, I'm one half of your host, Rashad, the other half of your host, my tag team partner in crime, Justin. Justin, what's good with you, bro?
What it do? What it do? And we back for another week, back for another episode, ready to get into it. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in up to this point.
Yeah, man, 41 episodes strong. Feel me? Episode 50, man. We we got something special for y'all, man. So just stay locked in with us, stay tuned. You feel me? We're gonna keep pushing these episodes out. Hopefully, and prayerfully that episode 50 isn't the SummerSlam episode, which it should be the SummerSlam episode. I what is it? I don't know.
I really
I don't
don't know.
I'm not
We
sure.
took a
I'm not
couple
sure.
weeks off, so we would have been here a little bit earlier,
Yeah,
episode
yeah, yeah.
50, but we did
That's true.
take some weeks off for the live stream and stuff.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, even if it is a SummerSlam episode, you already know we do it big and better for the PLEs, especially SummerSlam. Which shameless plug, go check out our last year's SummerSlam vlog at MetLife. For me, that's still on my YouTube page, Hot Tag Podcast. You already know it's in the description. It's in the all the socials and everything. So make sure y'all check that out because we will be doing a SummerSlam vlog for this year. So just tap in with us. Um, but hey man, listen, another week, another episode. We got any headlines this week?
Not many headlines. To touch on, I did want to touch on real quick. There's reports that Steve Macklin from TNA has been granted his release. Um, and I wanted to touch on this because I know a while back they did something like TNA did a storyline where he won the Feast or Fired. Well, not won technically, but he lost Feast or Fired. It's a weird thing in match because you win a briefcase, but one of those briefcases, there's a chance you may be fired. So, did you really win if you got the briefcase that got you fired? So, yeah, they did that. He, of course, got the fired briefcase, and he was gone off TV for a while before he came back and kind of went into a feud with Mike Santana. But now he's officially, I guess, released from TNA. Where he's gonna go, I don't know. He could kind of just go to the Indies and do his thing there, or I don't know if WWE is on his radar, if he's on WWE's radar, because Macklin is kind of up there in terms of his career. He's been around for a while, so it's not like I could see him going to NXT as like a fresh face that they're kind of trying to build all these fresh new faces in NXT right now. So I wouldn't see him going there. He could go to AEW. There's a possibility of that, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Um,
You think
yeah.
there's more of like cause Steve, like you said, Steve Mack is pretty up there in age. I mean, LA was LA Knight up there in age when he went to NXT. LA Knight kind of old.
Yeah, LA Knight had to be in his like mid to late 30s when he went to NXT.
Yeah, and I mean, he been in WWE for a minute, and who do we? Uh, if I'm WWE, do we want Steve Macklin?
Um,
Like, just thinking of the current state of WWE, do
all right.
is Steve Macklin like would he be useful? Because I mean, obviously, we know creative does her own thing, but like, would we be able to do something? Because like, think about it, like with
Well,
Danhausen, I'm not gonna lie, when Danhausen came in, they were like, who the hell is this guy? And then now look at him, like he's excelling.
well, Macklin is a good wrestler, so
Hmm.
he has that to where He's been around for a while. He understands the business. So he would be a great hand. You can never use too many great hands to have around, especially even if you're not trying to like push them nonetheless. Like look at Matt Cardona.
Mm-hmm.
They had
That's
Apollo
true.
Crews around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So they could always use good hands because you never know who's going to drop and where that person could be inserted into, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Okay.
this somebody there actively? Is he a top free agent?
No.
No.
No. You know, who is getting ready to be a top free agent? Mike Santana. Mike Santana. I mean, he definitely. That's
I mean,
definitely a
he's
more.
AEW champ right now. I'm not AEW, TNA champ right now.
Yeah, but I
So,
mean his. I mean his. They says contract get ready to be end up come up soon, and obviously the whole thing with the partnership with TNA and NXT, and obviously got AEW, got the Indies. So I mean, hey, but listen.
yeah, I definitely don't see Mike Santana going back to AEW. For me, it's either TNA or AEW. I mean, I keep saying AEW, TNA or WWE.
Either he resigns or
It's
he goes to.
specifically NXT.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, listen. Wherever Steve Macklin goes, you already know we'll cover it. You feel me? Whenever the episode number is, when we find out wherever he goes, we obviously will cover it. But is that all for headlines from you, my brother?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, listen. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. He know what time it is. He know. Um, AEW recap from my AEW correspondent. My good brother, what do we have this week from AEW?
This was a good episode of AEW. Really solid, really good. You start off hot with Roosh versus MJF for the world title. This match was crazy, hard hitting, and MJF, of course, gets the win. Now, there was reports that MJF got hurt in this match. He suffered a knee injury, which MJF sold in the match, but MJF's so good in terms of in the ring, you would never know in ring unless it's something major that he's hurt. It kind of just looked like he was feigning the injury in basically correlation to the match. But reports later came out he was actually hurt. Now, from what I've read, it's not a significant injury to where he's going to miss a bunch of time, has to relinquish the title, nothing like that. But he did suffer a bit of a minor injury in the match. But he finished the match. The match was good. After the match, he tries to attack Roosh with the title belt, but Mark Briscoe comes out to make the save. Of course, building towards the MJF and Mark Briscoe match that is inevitable. That match that run-in transitioned right into Mark Briscoe versus Leo Rush, which was another great, fun match. Leo Rush and his character work has been incredible, and Mark Briscoe is always fun to watch. So yeah, this match was great. I liked how they transitioned from the MJF match into the run-in from Mark Briscoe, right into the Mark Briscoe match. Thought that was really well done. I wanted to talk about this Thekla promo for a little bit because this was kind of crazy. This promo was kind of crazy. I didn't see it talked about that much. But to me, this was kind of crazy considering AEW's partnership with Stardom, with New Japan. But basically, Thekla comes out from the crowd with the Triangle of Madness, and she's cutting this promo about Stardom and her time in Stardom, which is a Japanese wrestling, all women's wrestling promotion, and that Thekla was a part of for some time in her career, and how when she came into Stardom, she was disgusted by the women in their kind of cosplay of little girls. And if you're familiar with the Japanese culture, anime, Japanese wrestling, women's Japanese wrestling in particular, you know that they wear a lot of skirts and dresses and kind of like outfits resembling little girls. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Just keep it a stack.
These are facts.
And she cut this promo about how she was disgusted by it and she made it her mission to take out all of them, and she ended up getting into a disagreement with the owner of Stardom, and where she was fired and she attacked them. Now, the line between whether that whole thing was about her being fired versus her just leaving once her contract was up to go to AEW, that line is kind of blurred. I always lean to the side of she was not fired, and that the whole firing and attacking of the owner of Stardom was planned and scripted for her to leave with some heat and then go to AEW. However, this promo she cuts about wishing death to Stardom and then spitting on the Stardom logo on the AEW Tron. Like, brought out a big ass ladder, climbed up it, spit on it. To me, that's kind of crazy. I'm looking at it from the business aspect. And as a business, as Tony Khan, I get we're trying to play on the whole you versus Stardom thing, you being anti-Stardom, especially with Forbidden Door coming around the corner soon. But I don't know. I just felt like that was a little much. If I'm the
That's
owner of
crazy.
Stardom, I'm looking like, hey, now I get it. I get you. We supposed to be doing this thing, but now wishing death on my company, spitting on my logo, it's kind of crazy. Now, was it badass? Yeah. As a fan, it was dope. It was crazy to see. But I'm, as the businessman, I don't know if I would have rocked with that if I was Stardom. Now, this is one of the more controversial things from AEW, in my opinion. This is what had a lot of people talking from this past week. I don't know if you saw, I know you don't keep up with AEW much, but I don't know if you saw, but Kevin Knight joins the Don Callis family.
I didn't see that. Wow. Why? Don't they got like 40 niggas in there already?
Yeah, yeah.
So what?
And
Like what? What's the purpose of being under that umbrella if it's like you're still gonna do your own thing? That's like DX. DX got like so many people like members, but they do their own thing. So like, what's the point of joining?
DX, we're talking, if they keep adding people, they will be borderline like NWO
Yeah,
level.
that's true.
Like the NWO finished with something like 100 people in it by the
Which
time
is
it was done. One of them was
it's-
Dennis Rodman.
I swear, Don Callis, just he just picking. He just like, yeah, let me just add you. Gonna have you on here. We're gonna put you on here too. You gonna come on like, bro, crazy.
And a part of me, as somebody who is a fan of Kevin Knight and predicted his success at the beginning of the year as someone who I felt was going to have a big 2026 and is currently having that, I kind of would have liked to see him on his own, right? Kind of doing his own thing, being able to be the jet by himself in terms of getting the reaction that you want. You if you put somebody with Don Callis besides Takeshita at near the end, they're going to get booed. When you see them with Don Callis, they're going to get booed. That's the only reason I could see them doing it, is the fear that the fans wouldn't consistently boo Kevin Knight. But the other part of me is like, hey man, if you would have just let him and Mike Bailey have a crazy feud where they beat the hell out of each other, and Kevin Knight was doing despicable shit to Mike Bailey, who everybody loves, does he not still get that same desired reaction? This is going to be one of them things where we'll know very quickly whether or not this is going to work or not. Some things you want to let take its time, but I feel like we'll know very quickly if this is going to work or not. And I don't want to put the judgment out too fast, because to Don Callis' credit, the people they've put him with, besides, some of the external members of the Don Callis family, like RPG Fice, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, the people that just aren't focal points. If they treat Kevin Knight like a focal point, like they did to Ketcher, like they do Kyle Fletcher, like they do Okada, it can work. Lose a guy, add a guy. From there, Don Callis family brings in Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight then goes into a match against Speedball Mike Bailey, which was good. Kevin Knight wins the match with the help of Don Callis family. So we had 2 Owen Hart tournament matches. The first one featuring Alex Windsor versus the returning Mercedes Moné. Mercedes had been going for some months from AEW since losing the TBS championship, and then following that, kind of losing all the rest of her belts in her belt collector run. And she was just kind of away for a while, kind of doing her own thing. And now she's back in the Owen Hart tournament. Of course, she was the last year's winner of the Owen Hart tournament. So she's looking to defend her championship, I guess you could say, her title. Mercedes wins. She looks good in the match. Look like she hasn't missed a beat. And hey, it's good to see Mercedes back. She is a extremely talented wrestler, and she's box office. Like, she brings the stardom aspect to the roster as well as the wrestling. So it's big for them to have Mercedes back going into Forbidden Door and All In. And finally, Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis was the other Owen Hart tournament match. And this match was incredible. This match was incredible. Mark Davis has really been impressing me. And you would have never thought he'd be this good when he was a part of Aussie Open. It was always, in my opinion, Kyle Fletcher was the guy. But Mark Davis is really damn good. And then, of course, Will Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers in the world. So Will Ospreay, of course, wins. And one side of the semifinal is already done. Will Ospreay versus the winner of Swerve and Brody King. So, yeah, great show. Great Dynamite. Like the pace. If I had to give it a rating, I'll give it a 7.5.
Not a 6-7.
No, not a 6.7, a 7.5.
Okay. Hey, listen, we appreciate our AEW correspondent Justin with the AEW show recap of the week. Now we get into Monday Night Raw. We get into our show reviews, WWE, man. Um, so tell me, you started off. What were some things that you like from this show?
I think the addition of the King and the Queen of the Ring tournament matches on these upcoming shows will definitely add to the quality of the shows. It gives something fresh to look forward to, kind of like the Owen Hart tournament in AEW. So, and thus far, I've been enjoying all of the matches, all of the
Mm-hmm.
King and Queen of the Ring tournament matches. I thought have been good. Wanted to start with the first thing that opened Raw, the acknowledgement ceremony of Jacob Fatu,
The acknowledgement ceremony. So
or
of
to
Jacob
Roman
Fatu to
Reigns, but
acknowledge.
yeah, you get what
Yeah,
I mean.
get it right now. My tribal chief, man.
The bloodline basically is reformed. What do you have to say about it as a Roman Reigns guy?
Um, as a Roman Reigns guy, I think this is not lasting long. As much as I would love, and I
Interesting. Was
mean,
not expecting to hear that from you.
as much as I absolutely would love to see this version of the bloodline run WWE, I don't think it lasts long, and I don't think that it's going to be Jacob that I just something I always throw it out, but it's just I think it's just gonna be Jay again. Like I just like I don't know if you saw the backstage promo when they were talking about the King of the Ring and Roman was telling Jay like you had this, but you ain't had that other one. Like go see what that other one talking about. When they were having that promo, Jay kept looking at Roman's title. You feel me? Like he kept eyeing his title while he was telling him like, go get the undisputed title. Like go get that one. So and I think Jay is doing way too much for Jacob. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like he I don't know, man. It's just something. It's something about Jay's character that just draws me to like Jay's gonna be the blow up once again. But I don't see it lasting long though. Honestly, I give it maybe man. I give it a few months. I can't. I like. I don't like Jacob Fatu in factions. Like I don't like him with any other person but himself. Like I didn't like him with the MFTs. I don't like him in the bloodline. I'm happy that he acknowledged Roman, but I did do I think he needed to be in the bloodline? No. I think Roman was only doing that just so the nigga don't have to go after him no more. But like I just took the hey, listen, you beat me. I'm a man of my word. I acknowledge you. You feel me? Now go ahead and do what you gotta do. Handle your business. I don't think we really need him in the bloodline because now, once again, like which hear me out.
I've
The
been
only
saying
reason
this, by the way.
the only reason we doing it is because we need to sell Raw. And how do you sell Raw tickets? By having the biggest box office attraction here. You have it with Roman. What carried those years? The bloodline. So we're gonna do it again.
I see, and I was agreeing with you to a certain point, right? In terms of you have Roman Reigns back, right?
Hmm.
And I also agree with you when you said that this is not going to be a long bloodline thing. Where I disagree with you, is where you say the bloodline is the thing. Where I think it was, yeah, it was the bloodline, but it was Roman Reigns' performance as the tribal chief that first turned the heads, right? Roman Reigns' performance as the tribal chief, damn near, in my opinion, should have won him an Emmy.
And you are right, but you don't have the bloodline without so essentially still you don't have the bloodline without Roman Reigns. So like
So I would have liked to see Roman Reigns do his own thing. Like, I don't think we needed to reform the bloodline if we have Roman Reigns. We saw it already. We saw the whole thing already, and it was supposed to end at WrestleMania 40. That was the culmination. That's the reason we had what all everybody says is the greatest WrestleMania finishing sequence or main event, however you want to word it,
uh
of all time. Right? Was and for Cody to win, and then from there for the bloodline to go their separate ways. We got the Usos trying to do their thing as single stars without each other. That's the story you tell there. Can they do it? And you have Roman Reigns come back, get his title back, and basically this time say, I'm gonna do it on my own.
But the same way how you just said we don't need to have another bloodline, or Roman doesn't need another group, you can say the same thing about Seth Rollins. How many times has Seth Rollins been in a group or started a group?
How many times he started a group? I mean, the Shield,
Started and been in the Shield. The whole Monday Night Messiah thing with him,
that,
Buddy, and in theory,
and the
you
Vision.
got the Vision. Okay, so right now we only so I mean we got Roman has the bloodline, but it's iterations of the bloodline, yes. But like I mean, but those produce though. They
I'm
produce
not
like
saying
the
it didn't. I'm actually saying it did. It produced at the highest level, and it gave you everything you could have wanted to see from it. When that bloodline at the end of WrestleMania 40, you could have said that it was the perfect ending for this whole bloodline thing.
true, true, true.
We you did it perfectly. You did like that's like me. I don't even know. I don't even have an analogy right now. But basically, I just feel like it was done perfectly the first time. We're
Mhm.
trying it. We're bringing it back again
But
now.
we're doing it different though. You heard he's trying to do things the right way. Feel me? Last time he did it the wrong way. Now he's trying to do things the right way.
What does that
Let
even mean?
Meaning, and instead of him, you know, like having attack dogs and the Usos or whatever, like he's trying to have everything level in a sense. Like, listen, we doing this together. It's not me, then it's y'all. It's us. It's a conglomerate.
So
You
I
feel
better not
me?
see them jump. Not one person.
No, it doesn't. Ain't no fair fades.
See, this is the
Ain't no
same
fair fades.
thing.
But you
They're
can
running
tell the
back the
difference though.
same
No, no,
thing.
no, 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 no. But you can tell the
Bloodline light.
no, no, no. But you can tell the difference though. Roman actually listens and he actually convenes with the Usos this time. He's it's not just these are my orders, do it. Listen, we finna figure out this game plan. Let's work on let's do this. This how we gonna run it. You feel me? Like it's not just you feel it's different. I listen. I don't talk about too long. I'm just saying let's just let's see what goes on for the next few weeks, next few months, and then we can come to a conclusion. Like, all right, this is a good idea. This is the bad idea. We shouldn't have did it. Could do a little longer. That's all I'm saying. But long story short, Jacob Fatu is now part of the bloodline. The bloodline is back together. Stola Sokoa and the MFTs, obviously, they're going to run it. They're going to have some type of feud or whatever, because I'm pretty sure Solo is sick, that Jacob is in the bloodline and all that. And so, if we listen, yeah, we're gonna let it breathe a little bit. We're gonna
They
let it
finna
breathe a
do
little
this
bit.
shit. They finna do this shit, but put it in reverse.
Just listen.
Act like it's some new shit.
We're gonna let it breathe for a little bit before we start jumping to conclusions. All right. One of the things that I liked about Raw was what happened after that, which was the King of the Ring tournament match. It was Penta, Solo Sokoa, Carmelo Hayes, and Oba Femi. All right. Listen, Oba Femi walked down that ramp in his green and his banged up arm while the music was playing, and literally like started beating everybody up that was in that ring while the music was still going. He
Yeah,
came in
like
and did his pose after laying everybody out.
yeah.
This man's a freak of nature, bro. He's a freak of nature. That's all I gotta say. The only way he doesn't win this tournament is I think you said it. Brock Lesnar screws him
Yeah.
over.
Oh, we know he's not winning the tournament.
That's the only
We
way
know he's not
he does
winning.
not win this tournament is Brock Lesnar has to screw him over.
Yeah, that's pretty much solidified now. We know he's not winning. However, Yeah, like you said, the shot of him coming down and them attacking him as he's getting in the ring, and yeah, him still being able to fight off all three of them, hit the pose, hit the lights. Just a dope shot, dope moment for Oba. It's probably gonna be one of them things that we replay for a long time. It was a dope image, and the match was good. The match that followed was great, honestly. In the short little time where Oba wasn't in the match, the chemistry between Carmelo Hayes and Penta was on fire.
Hmm.
Solo and his charisma and the way he controls the ring is Roman Reigns esque.
I mean, he learned from the
Um,
best. You know,
which is why I would have liked to see Solo and the MFT kind of shine because I thought it had potential, but the WWE just hasn't really done much with it.
because they don't. If it ain't Roman and the Usos, they don't want to see it grow. They already want establishment.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that though?
I know it sucks, but it's real.
So why are we holding Jacob? No, I mean, see, we're not gonna go back there because we about to
I
piss me
said,
off.
let it breathe. Just let it breathe. Give me at least a month. Give me at least to what's the next PLE or what's the next show? I don't know. Clash, King, like with Crown Jewel. Just let it breathe for a little minute. Let's just see what they got going on, and then we can make the assumption. As you were saying, sir.
I said I need to say.
Listen, Obafemi, um, he will be your new World Heavyweight Champion next year. Not this year, but next year. You know, I'm calling it now. Roman gonna have his run. He gonna have a dominant run, but then at that point, we gonna let my man Oba take over and bow. You feel me? Another thing that I liked was I like the women's. I like the Queen of the Ring tournament match. Io Sky, Julia, Last Legend, and Roxanne Perez. I thought this was fire. Listen, I first of all these women. I think this was the best conglomerate. Like I think this is the best grouping of women to put in this match. You feel me? Like technical. Um, you got some flyers in there. Obviously, you got some strong. You feel me? Like I thought this match was fire. Watching this match definitely has me wanting Julia versus Io Sky on like a main event somewhere. Like I need it. I need it. Whenever we want it, if we want to put EO, we put the title back on EO. Some title we have her and Julia running back somewhere for main event. I need that.
Yeah, I'm and this kind of ties in with the Queen of the Ring tournament match we'll discuss from SmackDown. But I'm just so glad that now the chains are off Julia, and we can finally see more of what made them sign her in the first place.
Hmm.
Because WWE does this thing of signing people and then bringing them in and thinking we want to see them working WWE style. No,
Hmm.
no, we do not want the WWE version of these people. We want the same aspects, right? Yeah, Julia can't be just headbutting, but like she can be more intense, and she is. Granted, she is because I've talked about it before and her intensity that she brings into her matches and the hard hitting. You can see it in this match with Roxanne. I just think we weren't seeing enough of that. We saw it a lot of NXT, which what made her NXT run really good. I'm glad we are going to get a chance to see it now, hopefully.
Hmm.
And like you said, the match. I agree with you. The match was really good.
Yeah. Speaking of good matches, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, running back.
Yeah, but before we move on, Io got the win, so she
Yes,
advances.
EO did get the win. Yes. Sorry about that. Sorry, EO. She did
Yeah,
get the win.
you feel me?
I'm sorry.
Gotta give her
I
respect.
mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of I feel like that was already known, but you right. You feel me? You gotta let her. But we already know that for me, the Empress, she got
Empress.
there. Not Empress. The Oh, I'm
Genius of the
sorry,
Sky.
guys. Dude, yeah, Genius of the Sky. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm thinking of Oscar. Jeez.
You getting your Asian women confused. It's
I miss my
racist.
chill. Whoa, chill, chill. I miss my girl a
You
little
getting your
bit.
Asian women confused.
I miss my girl a little bit. That's all. I was just you listen. I mean, technically, if you want to get technical here, you feel me? She did train under Oscar, so essentially, she kind of is like her. So you know, just,
You're
okay,
not about to get off the Oscar and
okay.
Leo or the singers.
So Seth Rollins, bro, Breaker, closed out the show.
Yes.
Um, I before we get into this, I would like to give a uh get better soon to Mr. Oracle Paul Heyman. Um,
Boy, did
because
he
he,
eat it.
yeah, we saw this match at Backlash, and this was obviously a good match. But we obviously get to see it again and on Raw.
I would have to go back, but was this match better than the first one?
This match was definitely better than the first one in my eyes. I think, and it hit, and I think because of all of the outside factors that made it better. Um, I think this match was better than the first one. Now, first one, obviously watching the first one, this was like, oh shit. But like the second one, we if the first one wasn't good, we wouldn't be able to compare it to the second one or compare it with the second one because the first match was good. So,
True.
yeah, now this match was fire. Obviously, Breaker spearing Paul Heyman, Seth having the title wrapped around his waist when he went to go for the spear. Um, you
Great
feel me?
finish.
Montez obviously coming out and giving a little grace to my man Seth Rollins. Yeah, nah, I think this match was fire, bro. This was a good match. I guess when you get obviously one of the greatest in ring talents in Seth Rollins and like the one of the newest fire in ring talents in Braun Breaker, I mean, these two always gonna put on a show. What'd you think about the match?
The spot where Braun goes for his apron clothesline and Seth meets him in midair with a clothesline. That
Hmm.
looked dope. The spear countered into the pedigree through the announce table also looked dope. Like, listen, Seth Rollins, my goat, one of my goats. I still think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, even right now. Braun Breaker, the like things he can do for a guy his size is always crazy to see for real. Like the way he's able to run around that ring and then spring up and hit that kind of like shoulder block
Hmm.
looks crazy every time to me. But yeah, like I would have to really go back and watch both and see for myself which one I like better because I couldn't tell you right now. The match on Raw did feel more, maybe because it had that main event feel and it had the time because it was the main
You know what I'm
event.
saying? Because it was
Whereas,
more time.
yeah, the Backlash match was not was it
That was
Backlash?
it was Backlash. Just it was the
Back,
start of it.
yeah,
It was yeah. It was the start match on the first hour of ESPN. So it didn't have the time that Raw allowed it to have. So
yeah. So that probably played a large difference in why one match was better than the other. What felt better than the other, expected nonetheless.
what would you rate it? Would you rate it?
I give this Raw. I give this Raw a solid 7.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I'm gonna go point five over.
One thing I did think funny before we move into SmackDown. Did you see or did you peep that Raw on Raw they were advertising like watch Mass versus Mass in its entirety on Netflix? Which real
Hmm.
quick, shout out to AAA. That's a big look. Getting a whole match put on
On
Netflix.
Netflix, yeah, that's because
That's a
that bro.
great look,
Just
and it shows how great that
fire.
match was. However, they're advertising like, "Hey, watch this match. Don't leave. Don't turn off for Raw because right after Mass versus Mass." And then they proceed to play damn near the entire match and what happens after on Raw.
Mm.
So what the fuck is the point? Like, really ask yourself, what the fuck is the point of me waiting if you just showed me the whole shit?
Yeah, like what? I don't know. I'm still kind of confusion about that too, because why don't I need to go watch the match? You just showed me the match.
I know it sounds small, but I just peeped that I had that in my notes and I had to get that off before we moved on because that was crazy to me. I That made no sense.
It said, hey, it was like, hey, listen, y'all gonna miss this match right
Counterproductive.
here. Y'all gonna miss this match if y'all leave, y'all turn off Raw. And then 20 minutes later, I'm gonna show you what happened.
Like, okay, well, I guess I
Mascara,
don't gotta wait anymore.
mascara. That yeah, I don't know. Listen, man, they be drunk sometimes too. SmackDown. I'm gonna start it off in you feel me. SmackDown. One of the things that I did I thought was interesting was uh the beginning of SmackDown. Obviously, Gunther is livid. He is tearing shit up because technically he should have never lost. The match should never finished the way it did because his leg was under the ring. Understandable, understandable. The thing that caught me though was when Cody came out. The crowd was singing his song, literally, like they were singing his song, and I said, "This is so funny because the one thing about European crowds is like they don't pick sides, they don't pick favorites because they proceed to sing Cody's song, and who comes out after Cody? Sami Zayn. And what do? They sing Sami
His
Zayn's
song as
song.
well.
So like that's one thing I thought was interesting. Like a lot of these like overseas crowds don't they like they're that's why I feel like WWE tends to have more like PLEs there because the engagement is way better than the States. 100%. Like
Yeah,
they're there for like just strictly making it loud.
it's a give and a take, right? Because
Hmm.
the engagement is up there, right? Like they're gonna be loud from first match to last match. However, in terms of gauging how well your baby face is doing as a baby face versus how well your heel is
The
doing as
heel.
a heel,
Hmm.
it's damn near impossible. There's no way to gauge how well Sami Zayn is doing as a heel in Italy. Like you can't. There,
You can't because they're still gonna sing his song. Like in the States, we're like so you're gonna
they
have some people singing his song,
they
but
sung Gunther down to the ring. It's the only person I've seen go to a different country really and still get booed crazy. One right now is Jade Cargill
hmm
because they not giving her no rest. But
I feel like that's a
also,
little racist. But
yeah, because Bianca gets booed out of the country too. But Dom,
yeah, well,
when he was getting Dom heat.
yeah. Now, I mean, obviously, well, I'm not going to count Mexico because Mexico is United States
Oh yeah,
territory.
no, Mexico is not going to boo
Yeah,
him.
no,
But
that's yeah, but that's true. That is true. Yeah, but like, but see, but that worked for Dom though. Like Dom, he was able to get booed everywhere, but that worked for him. You feel
uh,
me? With this is like we're trying to push, and Dom was already established as a heel already. Like it wasn't even no, like oh I don't know. He was already set as a heel. With Sammy, it's like yeah you obviously put him as a heel, but at the same time it's like do we really though? Something that you thought was interesting in this SmackDown.
hey, you already know what I'm coming here to say first and foremost. You were right on some
Uh,
things. You were right on some things that happened in this show.
hmm
But so was I.
hmm
Right? And we're gonna say the main event for the main event. But first and foremost, let's all give a round welcome to the SmackDown roster to one of the greatest technical wrestlers in the world today, Chad Gable. My boy is on SmackDown like I said he was last
Yeah,
week,
it is.
and we about to
Yeah.
turn up. It's turn up time. It's
Yeah.
turn up time,
So this is my question though. Like, cause Raw
and
has
it's looking like he's gonna be a face because he's apologizing to Luchadors.
yeah, Raw has Jacob Fatu, right?
Right.
SmackDown has Gunther, they have Finn Balor, and they have Chad Gable. So
Yeah.
who the fuck is Raw getting? We still have yet to know that. We have Jacob Fatu already, cool. But we don't know who else is coming to Raw. Because you're not gonna just ship three people off and then get one person in return. Which granted, I mean you kinda could, but no. But like you got Gunther, Finn Balor, and Chad Gable. If you said Finn and Chad for Jacob, makes sense. But you also have Gunther over there. So we gotta be matching. So I mean, like I said, we Drew McIntyre,
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton, whenever he comes back. You still got Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens on SmackDown before he got hurt or before he got surgery.
Yep.
So Kevin Owens potentially. So like I mean yeah, but shout out Chad Gable. Chad Gable is back on the blue brand. All right, he's back on SmackDown. He is apologizing. Um, you know,
Listen, WWE, you have one more shot. You have one more shot to get it right. Don't fuck this up.
I thought you was about to talk about your girl for a little minute, Miss Henley.
Hey, no, Fallon. Listen, every week she's been stunning. She's been stunning, and I don't even like to turn this into Gooner Pod, but that is a stunning woman, and she can go in the ring. That's what also attracted me to Fallon Henley in NXT in the first place. It's the fact that
Mhm.
she's fine, but she can go, and we haven't got to see too much of that because of them kind of spotlighting JC Jane as the leader of Fatal Influence, which he is. But I'm telling you, if Fallon and Laney get them tag belts,
Yeah, I mean they did attack Brian Page.
it's gonna be hard to get them off of them.
I agree. I think this is who you drop the belts to. This is exactly who you drop the belts to. You let them run with it.
They're gonna have them for a while.
You feel me? I think you we listen. They won them at what? They won them at WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
which is in April.
Yeah.
It's June. It's I think this is perfect timing for them to lose them belts right now. So just go ahead, give it a fatal influence.
Speaking of JC though, another great Queen in the Ring tournament match.
Yes, very very good. Unfortunately, she didn't get the job done, but it was still a good match.
So that it's looking like they're moving towards baby Raquel. There's a step towards Raquel and Liv in the finals. I know some people were asking for that. I don't think we really talked too much about Liv joining the Queen of the Ring tournament. How do you feel about Liv
So
Morgan being
I
in the
saw
tournament?
that she actually responded to a lot of people questioning her, and she pretty much said like y'all be saying or like y'all say that like I'm scared of a challenge and I'm like running and like I don't want to you know continue to show my dominance. Well, guess what? Even though I'm the champion, I'm still going here. I'm still going to this tournament. I'm gonna show y'all what's up. Like I'm gonna let y'all know I'm still that bitch. In the words of Jay Cargill.
I
So I
mean,
mean,
go ahead.
listen, hey, I'd love to see what happens. That'd be dope. I like it.
I like Liv Morgan. I just think that if you're champ, you're dominant, in my opinion. If you're the champ, to some extent, you're already dominant.
Hmm.
Now, defending the championship, and I think at this point she's at 50 days, no title defenses, and it's already been said they're waiting for Stephanie Vaquera to come back. So it's one of those things like, do you leave her off TV?
No,
Like, in terms of like not wrestling at all? Do you like just have her doing nothing?
no, no. You have her for.
Or do you have her enter the Queen of the Ring tournament? And granted, they're not title defenses,
Hmm.
but in a way, with every match, she is defending people from coming after her title. You can kind of play it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't think WWE was itching for a spot. It was a need for a spot in the tournament type of thing. Like they just need to fill the spot. It's 100% because there's no one to face Liv Morgan right now, and that's on WWE. So this is their way of trying to keep her active in a way, and they can use it to play onto the Judgment Day storyline with her and Raquel. And Raquel trying to win the tournament, and Liv trying to win the tournament. So
I feel like this ultimately what's going to end up happening is Raquel's going to face Liv right in the finals, and they're going to be like, well, since it's the finals, since it's for the title Queen of the Ring, why not already add the championship to it? If you think about it, I feel like somehow, somewhere, it's gonna be a championship match, or they're just gonna have the finals. They're gonna be like, oh well, Raquel's gonna pick Rhea, like duh, Raquel's gonna pick Rhea. It was like, what if I pick you? Like you got to beat me first to be able to pick me, type shit. I just theory, just theory. Before we get into Ricky Saints, Carmelo Hayes, I do want to talk about that briefly. Solo Sokoa and Royce Keith. When I watched that promo, all I could think about was go pick your mans up. go pick your go teach your man how to squabble. Cause he was like, yo, he said he had your man on his knees and now
that's what I'm saying, bro. What?
like go pick your mans up. What are you over there doing? I this WWE has the potential
They're
to
gonna
do
make
magic.
Jacob Fatu join the Bloodline and Royce Keys join MFT. Fuck. No.
It's funny, yo. It's funny because that you know it's gonna happen, bro. You know it's gonna happen. They gonna jump this nigga.
Uh,
They gonna jump this nigga and convince him to join the MFTs. And like, yeah, you didn't jump me. Now you want me to be in your group? Like, that's
they're gonna
crazy,
whoop
bro.
his ass every week until he joins MFT.
Fight back, fight back, fight back. Now look it up, look it up, look it up.
Shit is crazy.
Oh my god, bro. This is so funny, bro. I just thought that was funny. Um, but yeah, Ricky Saints, Carmelo Hayes. I told bro, this is going to be another one of those series matches, bro. We go best
Yeah,
of
you were
five or
right.
best of seven. Like it's going to happen, bro. And I'm glad because once again, they're putting on great matches. Like these are great matches, bro. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
for sure.
You feel me? Saints got the win this week, but like I love it. This is exactly what I'm saying. Carmelo Hayes will go down as one of like the best like series performers in my eyes.
Like he does very good at like being able to find like counters in and out of each other's moves
Mm-hmm.
and like building on those counters from the week before. And yeah, I get what you said.
Like it just gradually gets better and better. Now, before we get into the main event, um, Justin had a astute prediction that you know obviously this was Tuesday, so this was way before Raw, way before SmackDown, and his prediction was that Dom Mysterio is gonna win his qualifying match, and then obviously they're gonna feed him to Obafemi. I said, I don't really know about that. I don't, maybe like a Damian Priest or something. Maybe that has somebody else win, you know. And he was just like, listen, bro, trust me.
Yeah,
And I was unfamiliar with your game. I didn't trust you.
I told you. Triple Mania is getting ready to come soon, and the reports are already saying that it's going to be El Grande Americano in the main event versus whoever is Triple A Mega Champion at the time, which right now is Dom Mysterio, and is looking like it's going to still be Dominic Mysterio. Following Mass versus Mass at Grande Americano might be the most beloved person in all of Mexico. As much as I love Dominic Mysterio as AAA Mega Champion, I also cannot say that he should beat El Grande Americano. Now, I would have said that before Mask versus Mask. I said El Grande was going to lose to Dominic Mysterio just because Dominic does so much for like the brand of AAA. However, now that I feel that Dom will lose the title to El Grande Americano, I had to ask myself, well, what do they do from there? And it starts with the King of the Ring. Now, I did call that Dom would win the qualifier, right? So, in which he did. But now I'm here to take it one step further. I'm here to further my hot take and say, and be ready for this. Dominic Mysterio beats Obafemi.
You smoking whatever you smoking on. Let me smoke that too, because I want to be as delusional as you.
Hear me now, and hear me on this pod, and I need this clip out. I need this clip out before this match. Dominic Mysterio is going to beat Obafemi in the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Dominic Mysterio will lose in the finals, right? And here's why I say this, because right now it just sounds like I'm Dominic Mysterio out, but it's really not that. It just makes sense, and here's why it makes sense. One of Dominic's nicknames is what?
King of the Luchadores.
The King of the Luchadors.
Mm-hmm.
What tournament is this?
King of the Ring tournament.
The King of the Ring tournament. That's one, right? So it makes every sense for him to be in the finals just off of that. Two, yes, Oba could destroy Dom and go into the
Which
final.
he will. He will.
But if he does, why not just have him win it?
Why not have Oba win it?
Why not just have Oba win it if he does?
Because you have Brock Lesnar
And
in the
then if
presence.
he makes it all the way to the finals, right? And let's say he's fighting, I don't know. Let's say he's fighting Javon Evans in the finals.
He's gonna listen. You first of all,
who? No, hold on. If he's fighting Javon Evans in the finals, you're gonna say, "Oh, Brock's interfering for sure," right? Because of what you just said. He's not gonna win it. If it's Javon Evans versus Obafemi in the finals of the King Ring tournament, what are you gonna say? Oh yeah, Brock's interfering for sure in this match. There's no way.
well, thank God I won't. Well, thank God I wouldn't say that, because it's going to be Obafemi versus Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar is
Same
going to
way.
interfere. Brock Lesnar is going to interfere. Listen.
Same thing, right?
Listen, but Seth Rollins has a higher chance of beating Obafemi clean than Dominic Mysterio ever would have in his life.
Listen, cool, but if Oba, but he's not, right? It would have to be Brock. It wouldn't be 1-on-1. It would not be 1-on-1. Seth Rollins beats Obafemi, right? No.
Or do we thinking Brock? What if it could just be Braun Breaker? What if the Vision comes out and interfere, and he spears Seth, and they spear Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins about disqualification? Oba loses.
Having your King of the Ring tournament winner crowned by disqualification is the worst shit you could ever do. It's the
But
worst
you but
shit.
But it throws a curveball because, like you said, everybody expected
Oh,
Brock.
that'd be so ass. That'd be so
So you wouldn't mind Brock interfering in the match, but you do mind having somebody else interfere in the match?
I don't want him to interfere in the. You're still not getting. I don't want him to interfere in the finals because it's too predictable for him to interfere in the finals, and then it fucks up the finals. So why not do it before the finals? If you
Because
have
even
Brock interfere and cost Oba the match against Dominic Mysterio, oh my god, it'd be so good. Oh my gosh, it will be so good, yo.
but you're forgetting you're still going to have interference either way with Dominic Mysterio. That's how he won this match with JD
Exactly.
and Liv. You're still gonna
Exactly.
have interference.
So
So why?
JD is going to try to interfere. Oba's going to take him out, right? Because JD is not enough for Oba Femi, right? We both agree, right? Something's going to happen with the referee, and Dominic is going, and the ref is going to get taken out or whatever, and Oba's going to have Dominic beat, and Brock Lesnar is going to come out, F5 him, or whatever the case may be, and Dominic's going to win this match. And Dominic's going to be able to say he has a win over Obafemi, which can be used later on in the storyline with Oba trying to get the win back. Dominic doesn't have to win the tournament, right? He can go on, but he has a credible win getting him to the finals.
Not clean.
It's Dominic Mysterio. Doesn't matter.
With King of the Ring, can we have some type
He's
of
not
decorum?
winning. Oh my God. We're talking about the quorum, but you was ready to have the winner crowned by disqualification. Fuck out of here.
But like,
You just
but
don't want to see Dom beat over. Fuck out of here.
no, bro, bro, fuck, I don't care. No, no,
Yo.
no, no,
If I could
no,
have him
because
beat Brock
no,
twice,
bro.
there's no way he can't lose to this God. He can't
And it's
use
bro, and
the
it's
lose the
bro,
shenanigans by Brock Lesnar.
it's not even because of Dom, bro. It's because the what's gonna happen after Dom wins. I'm not gonna hear the end of it, bro.
Me to say that he has a win over Femi?
Yeah, yes, we're not gonna hear the end of it,
Which he
bro.
will, but
Like, no, bro, no, no,
and then
fuck
you
no.
have Dom go to the finals and lose to whoever it is, whether it be, which I don't think it'll be Seth Rollins. Right
It,
now, if I had to
it's,
say so, it'd be Javon Evans.
I got Seth. No way. I think now this is where they run Seth versus Roman now. Because they wanted to do it in Mania. They wanted to do it at previous SummerSlam. This is where they run Roman versus Seth. This is where it happens.
The only
This
reason
SummerSlam.
I don't say Seth Rollins is because you had the 1-1 with Braun Breaker. Because you had the 1-1 with Braun Breaker coming off a loss to Seth Rollins and a loss in the King of the Ring tournament, there's no way I see him letting Rollins go all the way through the rest of this tournament.
He's going to let Rollins go all the
Clean.
way through this. He's gonna let him go all the way through this tournament and interfere in the match. It's going to happen.
And then Dom, hey, is this you saying Dom
No,
wins
no,
the
no.
King of
I'm
the
not
Ring?
talking about King of the Ring, man. I'm talking about SummerSlam. He's going to interfere at SummerSlam. It's going to happen. He's going to interfere.
I just feel like you're
Because
dragging it
you're
out.
not listen, I understand that, but there's listen, if Roman Reigns beats Seth Rollins clean, no way. You know better than anybody else knows there's no way he's going to beat him clean.
And you want to know what's crazy? I'm the Seth Rollins guy, and I said it may be time.
I can't I can't I just see some type of shenanigans happen.
This is the one that has eluded your boy, right? And this is how you know. People say I'm biased. I'm not biased all the time. I'm also good for good stories too, also, and for the culmination of what do we call it long term storytelling or
Hmm.
whatever the fuck I called it back in 2020. Now I'm trying to give you some of that. Seth Rollins has been the one win that has eluded Roman Reigns his entire career. Seth Rollins has beat him twice, three
I
times
think
really, technically.
I think Braun Breaker, I think this sets up Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker because you know it's bound to happen.
How? How does this? How does that Braun
Because
Breaker cost Seth Rollins on the belt?
Paul Heyman will run the story that if it wasn't for Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins is going to beat Roman Reigns, and that he deserves to give Braun Breaker a title. Because if it wasn't for him, he would not have the title. This, if you want to talk about real long term storytelling, it's that.
I just think the dragging the Braun Breaker revenge tactic on Seth Rollins out to SummerSlam is just like it's a waste of like what are you going to do with Braun Breaker for that time?
Or matter of fact, don't even let it be Braun. Let it be Bronson. They still got to get they ones in.
I roll.
I'm just, I'm just
I
saying.
roll.
I'm just
Come
saying.
on.
He Seth said it himself. He will literally fight.
Anything to keep Dominic Mysterio. I did finals, huh?
Yes, don't want it.
Okay,
Don't want it.
cool. And listen, I'm not even saying he has to win the tournament because, in my opinion, Dominic Mysterio is your next Mr. Money in the Bank. So either way, that title's coming to Dominic Mysterio. However, I don't think he wins the King of the Ring. I think he gets all the way to the finals as the King of the Luchadors. It gives him something to play on to before the match. Oh, I'm gonna be the King of the Luchadors for real. Lose to LA Knight or your Javon Evans. LA Knight makes a little bit more sense for the story of him and Roman Reigns and
Goofy
whatnot.
Alphas.
Yeah.
That doesn't sell. That doesn't sell me at SummerSlam.
What does it say?
Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns sells me at SummerSlam. Not LA Knight and Roman Reigns. Absolutely not. That does not sell me to go. Seth
I
Rollins versus
mean,
Roman Reigns sells way better than that. You know it does.
I think you could find
Plus,
something
here's the
else
thing.
for Roman Reigns until then.
Also, because you got to have the champion from the respective brand. So like, so it wouldn't be two Raw people going against each other. Could it? No,
I
no.
mean, it
You got.
could.
I could, but now you got to have Raw and SmackDown.
Well, you know who's the SmackDown guy that's on that in that LA Knight Jey Uso match?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
Yeah, that's
Finn
true.
Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, King of the Ring. Woo!
It's very interesting. It's very interesting the direction that WWE wants to go.
Just remember, I called it. But
Yeah,
SmackDown as a
yeah.
rating, what would you give it?
I give it a 7.
I was gonna roll with a 7 too. I think it did the same thing as Raw did for me. Great tournament matches, some good matches in between.
Hey man, listen, that that wraps up our show reviews. Now we're gonna go to everybody's favorite segment. Favorite segment, hot spots. I went first last time, so you can go first.
Okay, so for me, my first hot spot of the week is going to go to Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. Great match. All I gotta say, Seth Rollins, man. You know what we come to do in main events. We don't miss those. I really liked Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis in the Owen Hart tournament. Thought this match was incredible uh, for both men, and yeah, I can't wait for Swerve versus Ospreay in the finals. And my third hot spot of the week will probably go to the women's Queen of the Ring tournament from Raw, Lash Legend, Io Sky, Julia, and Roxanne. Particularly Julia and Roxanne. They were the best part of that match. And yeah, they're the future. Right. I always talk about Roxanne being the future, but Julia, Roxanne, Soruka, Fatal Influence, the SmackDown women's roster and the future of that division is set for sure.
All right, all right. Um, my hot spots of the week. So, number one. I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he's a staple hotspot for me. Got to go over Femi. Um, Specifically the way he picked up Tyler Tunga and threw that man over the announce table, ridiculous. Um, he's a freak. Uh,
Yeah, that was wild. That's a real footer right there that he just threw.
like he threw that man. Yeah, that's crazy. And it was so effortless too. Um, Obafemi for sure. Number two would have to be Io Sky. Great queen of the ring match. Um, she's just amazing performance, amazing performer. Um, so she gets my second hot spot nod. And the third hot spot has to go to Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. That match was fire. In my opinion, better than the first match. Granted, they had more time and it was the main event. So um they were definitely able to get more stuff off. Um Thought it was a great match though. Uh Loved it. I love the spots. Once again, Paul Heyman, boy, even at his age, he's still eating shit. And man, that yeah, he tough. That's ECW for real. But great match, and yeah, those are my hot spots for the week. But of course, that wraps up episode 41 of the Hot Tag Podcast. All right, make sure you follow us on all our socials. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow us for more content. We appreciate all the love and support. Without y'all, nothing is possible. That's Justin. I'm Rashaad. And always remember, stay sharp, stay fresh, and stay hot.